You ever wake up one morning and just not recognize yourself anymore? You look in the mirror, same face, same eyes, but something's off. Something inside feels loud, restless, almost wild. And you don't know why. It's not menopause. It's not hormones. It's something deeper, something no one ever prepared you for. Because no one talks about what really happens to women after 40. No one tells you that you'll start to question everything. Your marriage, your choices, your identity, your reflection, all of it. But here's the truth. You're not going crazy. You're waking up. When you were 25, you lived in a blur, chasing love, raising kids, trying to be everything to everyone. You built your life around stability, comfort, responsibility. You became the glue that held everything together. But one day you stopped to breathe. The house is quiet. The kids are growing up. The routines that once made you feel grounded now feel like chains. And suddenly, your reflection doesn't look like you anymore. It looks like someone who's been living for everyone else. You start wondering, is this it? Is this the rest of my life? That's the moment it begins, the silent unraveling. And no one warns you about it. See, something happens to a woman's mind around 40 that isn't about vanity. It's about identity collapse. You've spent decades defining yourself through the eyes of others. Your kids, your husband, your job, your parents. You've been the caretaker, the planner, the peacekeeper. You've worn every label except your own. And now, those roles start to fade. The kids don't need you as much. Your marriage runs on autopilot. Your body changes in ways that make you feel foreign in your own skin. And somewhere deep down, a voice starts whispering, "Who am I now?" That whisper grows louder each day, until it's no longer a whisper, it's a scream. It's not insanity, it's awakening. But awakening feels a lot like madness at first. You start craving change, anything that makes you feel alive again. You start remembering the girl you used to be, spontaneous, reckless, full of fire. And you miss her. You miss the way she used to laugh. You miss the sparkle in her eyes. You miss being desired, seen, admired. Not because you're shallow, but because that validation used to be proof that you mattered. And now, the world treats you like you've expired. You scroll through social media and see 25-year-olds living the life you once dreamed of: freedom, adventure, beauty untouched by time. You compare your behind the scenes to their highlight reel, and something inside you cracks a little. You buy new skincare. You change your hair. You start working out again. Not because you hate yourself, but because you're fighting to feel visible. You want to feel like you still have chapters left to write. But society doesn't make space for women's middle chapters. It celebrates their beginnings and mourns their endings, but it never honors the in-between. The part where you're rediscovering who you are beyond what you've been. And yes, sometimes that rediscovery looks chaotic. You might pick fights with your partner, not because you hate him, but because you feel trapped and you don't know how to explain why. You might pull away from your friends because they remind you of who you were, not who you're becoming. You might feel drawn to people or things that make you feel wild again, alive again. That's not destruction. That's transformation in disguise. But here's the dangerous part. When women suppress that awakening, when they try to quiet it with wine nights, self-help quotes, or denial, it doesn't go away. It festers. It turns into resentment. And resentment is a slow poison that kills marriages, families, and self-worth. The truth is, many women aren't leaving their families. They're leaving versions of themselves that died long ago. They're trying to breathe again after years of emotional suffocation. They're not trying to destroy, they're trying to feel. If you're watching this and feeling like you're losing your mind, you're not. You're just waking up to a truth you've been too busy to hear. Your entire life, you've been told your worth lies in being needed. Now, no one needs you, and that's the most terrifying freedom there is. But freedom always feels like falling before it feels like flying. You have to grieve who you were to become who you're meant to be. So what do you do with that storm inside you? You face it. You stop numbing yourself with distraction. You stop apologizing for wanting more. You start asking questions that scare you, the ones you've avoided for years. Who am I when no one needs me? What do I actually want? What does peace look like for me? Because this phase, this storm, isn't a breakdown. It's a breakthrough. But breakthroughs require honesty. And honesty will burn through everything fake in your life. You'll start noticing what doesn't align anymore. Fake friends, loveless marriages, soul-sucking routines. The things you used to tolerate will start feeling unbearable. And that's how you know you're changing. You're shedding layers of expectation, duty, guilt, everything that kept you small. And yes, it's messy. It's uncomfortable, but growth always is. Here's the thing no one tells you. Every woman hits a wall. Not because she's broken, but because she's outgrown the life that fit her at 25. That wall is where your real life begins. It's where you stop chasing validation and start building meaning. It's where you stop fearing time and start respecting it. It's where you stop being everyone's anchor and finally become your own. Let me tell you something hard but freeing. You don't have to chase youth to stay alive inside. You just have to stay curious. Stay honest. Stay awake. The women who lose their minds at 40 aren't crazy. They're just done pretending. They've carried everyone else's needs for so long that they forgot their own heartbeat. And when they finally hear it again, it's loud, it's wild, and it's beautiful. You're not losing yourself. You're meeting yourself, maybe for the very first time. So no, you're not crazy. You're just finally refusing to disappear quietly. You're done being invisible. You're done being needed, but not seen. You're done trading your fire for comfort. This is not the end of your story. It's the start of your renaissance. The world calls a midlife crisis. But for women like you, it's not a crisis. It's a reclamation. If you're feeling that storm inside you, let it come. Let it tear through the illusions and the roles you've been forced to play. Let it wash away everything that's no longer true. And when the dust settles, when you look in the mirror again, you'll see her. The woman underneath it all. The one who's been waiting to live her own life. The one who isn't afraid of time, or change, or starting over. The one who's finally free. You're not broken. You're just evolving. You don't need to go back to who you were. She's gone. You just need to meet who you're becoming. Because the woman who rises after 40, she doesn't chase validation. She creates it.